I don't know what that means. I feel like you're saying something and I don't understand. Imagine a live action version of the Speed Racer anime where Speed Racer just starts crushing cars on the racetrack mid-race. It's a Steam game. What is that full name? That doesn't sound like a word. Hold on. What are you trying to tell me? Is it wrong? Is it wrong to try to shoot 'em up girls in the dungeon? Why?
Oh, the mandate's over.
I'm gonna follow this. See if I can trick Shadow Fox into playing this. What is this nonsense? All right, I am now aware of that. That's a nonsense word. I know what they're going with. The original title of the show is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon, but this is a that something in there is fundamentally flawed with the English language. Is it wrong to try to shoot him up girls in a dungeon? Is it wrong to try to shoot 'em up girls? Like, those four words shouldn't be together. To try to shoot 'em up girls. That sounds wrong. I don't know what it is. I haven't actually looked at it yet. Dragaman, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. Ale for everyone all around, apparently. Probably better if it was. So what is it? It just seems like horrible non-language gibberish. Also, oh, it's because this isn't up to date. Just a bad bullet hell. Okay, that title would be fine without. Is it wrong to shoot him up in a dungeon? I mean, that makes sense. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. That sounds like a euphemism for a hentai or something. Is it wrong to shoot him up in a dungeon? I mean, to be fair, the original show's title, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Sounds like a bad one too. Sand Hills Bell with 3 bits. Thank you so much for your support of the stream. How you doing, Sand? Is it wrong to try to shoot 'em up girls in a dungeon? That just sounds so wrong. Oh, no, that's what it was. It was Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is doing something and everyone is hating them for it. What is Crunchyroll doing? Crunchyroll is doing an English adaptation of some video game and everyone was immediately angry at them because Crunchyroll can't, for some reason, avoid translating things wrong. So everyone's like, well, we're just gonna play the Japanese version of this game. I am doing fine. Harold Beaver, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, Harold Beaver? He wishes for Dwarf 18. Harold Beaver, we have an expanded script now. So now in the future, you can use it to see if you're alive, as you kind of could before, but it also will tell you whether or not you're live in other non-Dwarf Fortress games. And if I don't have any dwarves for you to get a nickname off of, it won't let you get a dwarf. I think it did something else too, but I can't remember that right now. It keeps track of your dwarves somehow. 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You are currently a hauler with no real noticeable skills. Your highest skill is you're good at lying. Good. Harold Beaver the liar. Harold Beaver. And I heard another one. Okay, still alive. Blimey, Spray Broad. Is it wrong to blank dungeon and the blank base is just gone? Dwarf for Noesterhausen. Dwarf number 1. Ooh. Rolling super high. You are a legendary builder dwarf who is also a legendary artist that I took off of doing artist work. I don't know why. I guess I hate myself. In Westerhausen, and I gotta spell it to what your name is as close as possible because the one thing that's not automated is killing you afterwards. I have to manually type in the kill command. And then after in Westerhausen, in it, is it wrong to? I'm not reading that out loud, Skyrim. Sand Hills, you got dwarfed at 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why is your name highlighted? Oh, Sand Hills Bell, you're never gonna die. You're the vampire. You hit the jackpot. We have you imprisoned forever in a tiny cubicle where you get to pray to your god and update all of our numbers as the base's accountant. But you're also manager, so there's that. Working forever and ever. All right, the first one in was... Who was the first one to get dwarfed? 'Twas not Dragoman. It got dwarfed over a slightly long time, so I don't see all the numbers at once. It was Harold Beaver. Scroll back down. There we go. Harold Beaver. If I could spell H, we'd know what was going on. Harold. There we go. Harold Beaver. Harold Beaver, your dwarf was created purely for this base and has no generated past. You did come in with a pet boar, however, and you pray to one god, the deity Vesh, a skeletal male dwarf associated with lies, murder, and death. Harold Beaver recently thought, I saw a dwarf recite gift and the courage at the shaken pregnancy. It was interesting, and he was blissful remembering sleeping in a good bedroom. Harold Beaver is tough and quick to heal, but he's susceptible to disease and quick to tire. Harold Beaver likes dolomite. Good on you, everything is dolomite, I think. Black bronze, banded agate, Drunian leather, common snapping turtle shell, short swords, bucklers, turkeys for their waddle, and the sound of the wisp of singing. When possible, he prefers to consume fire imp and artichoke wine, though he absolutely detests jumping spiders. He has a great sense of empathy and a good feel for social relationships, but he has a shortage of patience, poor analytical abilities, and an iffy memory. He dreams of raising a family someday. Westerhausen, you too were generated only for the base, but it appears that in that time you have done things. You have no friends, only passing acquaintances, though you do pray to Gadol, a male dwarf associated with trade and wealth. In your short time of existence, you have managed to convince another dwarf to become your lover, and between the two of you, you have spawned a daughter. However, your lover and your daughter are not in the current base, so I do not know where they are or their status. They may, in fact, be dead. Now, Westerhausen recently thought, I'm happy to help, because he was interested after watching a performance. And Westerhausen is quite quick to heal, but he's quite quick to tire and weak. And Westerhausen likes rudel, zinc, wood opal, clear glass, alpaca wool, the color lavender, millstones, large gems, alpacas for their jutting teeth, lousemen for their ability to infest. Oh, no. The words of the lyric of Amethyst, the sound of the meandering wisp, and the sight of the play of rhythm. When possible, he prefers to consume giant platypus, dwarven beer, and white Malay flour, though he absolutely detests mussels. I'm still stuck on the lice men for their ability to infest. That is so nasty. He has a deep well of patience, a very good sense of the position of his own body, and a feel for music. But he has poor focus, very bad intuition, little linguistic ability, and a really bad memory. He dreams of mastering a skill someday. Did you hold that? No. Did my statue of a hairman holding a screaming cave get placed by the forges? I believe so. Everything that was ordered last time got finished. Drying that pet boar up. And then lastly, sand. Though, to be fair, whatever we see here is like mostly going to probably be a lie, since we've identified her as a vampire, but the game themselves hasn't. Like, she still is lying a fake history, so what we're about to read may in fact be completely wrong. But supposedly you have a rather extended family, including a husband somewhere, though no children, cousins, a half-sister, younger and older half-brothers. You have a lover somewhere else, and you pray to every deity under the sun. Sandhillsbell recently thought, I have communed with Zon the Barricaded Armors. It was wondrous, because she felt wonder after communing with Zon the Barricaded Armors. Sandhillsbell is slow to heal, clumsy, and very weak. Sandhillsbell loves siltstone, steel, morganite, deer antler, large gems, dogs for her loyalty, the words of the oracular focus, and the sight of the luxury of music. When possible, she prefers to consume horse cheese, guava wine, and foxtail Malay flour, though she absolutely detests flies. She has a lot of willpower, but she has poor analytical abilities, a questionable spatial sense, meager creativity, and a poor memory. She dreams of raising a family someday, which should be realized, maybe, kind of, but again, she's a vampire that kills anything and everyone around her, so That's not going to happen. She is forever imprisoned in our office now. And then now some random human saying, on behalf of the Merchants Guild, let me extend greetings to your people. I don't care, human. I don't care, you tall, pink, goofy fuck. Nobody cares. You're a human. You'll take whatever I give you. Hello, I am your local human. Would you like to? No, I wouldn't. Just give me your shit. Wait, has every vampire we have seen had like 7 deities? As that would make sense. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to every single vampire we had. Sandhills, how many did she have? Sandhills Belle, who is currently meditating on death. Let's be clear about that. Had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deities. Am I really the only one who has the Dwarf Fortress wall of text pulse in and out of focus for no good reason? Not when playing, but on stream? What do you mean pulse in and out of focus?
That ends that mandate.
I don't know what that means, so I can't answer the question. I'm going to say maybe. I don't. What do you mean pulse in and out of focus? Like words are words. Are you saying like the capture program doesn't grab them and they're out of focus? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't understand how it would pulse. We'll see what we can trade to the humans. I tried to capture it at some point. I saw nothing wrong. I think he's saying when he's streaming, maybe. No, we explored that before. It shows up fine in clips and in your video. Somehow it's on my end. On your end, the text pulses in and out of focus. No, on your stream, but apparently just for me. Well, I would say it's your screen, but it's only when it happens to text and you don't notice it otherwise. When you're looking at the dwarf description. So you're saying this pulses in and out of focus? I'm sorry. I don't even know how to fix that because I don't know what it means. Sandhills Bell gifting the community and apparently giving us 2020 pajama emotes. What is going on? What is with the emote? Thank you so much for the gifts. No Westerhausen, now you're a subscriber. I'm gonna have to track for Salford Sal just to mess with her now. Your computer may have a text virus. What is a text virus? Are you watching on 480, 360? I don't know. My genuine thought is, my concern is, does that happen to you when other people have it loaded up on screen? Because like maybe like, is it your brain? Is there something wrong with your eye? I'm asking that as a serious thing. I know if I try to read anything right here, the whole room shakes because my eyes are shaking because they've decided, no. I'm the eye that gets to look at the text. No. I'm the eye that gets to look at the text. No. You go look over there. I get to look at the text. No. You go over there. I get to look at the text. And the room shakes. The text will be text virus. Nope. If it was my eyeballs, I do it all the time. Well, no, so my thought on that was, not for all the time, but when I open up those screens, this is what I was thinking of for that. This is a mostly black screen. Depending upon where we are in the screen and which dwarf we're looking at, some of them have more black space than others. So what I was thinking of is an eyeball that wasn't focusing due to light correctly, is what I was thinking. So a screen like this, that wouldn't happen because everything is lit up to a degree. Whereas something like this might be causing issues, depending upon how much light or non-light there is around that word. Because I know that there is a focusing issue in the middle of the eyeball where things can appear blurry above a certain age. That's age-related macular degeneration. So unless you're over 60, I don't think you could be having that. I don't think there is an early version of that, though I would assume, as the thing I'm aware of as age-related macular degeneration, that there would then therefore be a non-age-related macular degeneration. But that particular thing I'm talking about would make everything blurry, not just make it difficult to focus when enough light receptors have been lit up. I don't even know if that secondary thing is real. I mean, I am old, not quite that old. You're not quite old enough for age-related macular degeneration. Now back to 480. Actually, wait, hold on. You're allowed to go down to 480 on my streams? If you're allowed to go down to 480, then I want to start streaming at 1080. The only reason why I stream at 720 was it was forcing everyone to view at what I was streaming at. And it was causing some people to have laggy streams. Because I recorded at 1080, I stream it at 720. If we're at the point where, though to be fair, I think Twitch said that I would only be allowed to have re-encodes as their networks were able to handle it. So I'm clearly not priority for that. We can go down to 160. That's refresh rate, Barbs. I have 1p. 1 pixel. That's you have it just glows red, blue, green, green, brown, gray, brown, brown, green. I stream at 160. What? Is there a thing? What are you saying 160? I know of 640 by 480. Oh God, I didn't know it's possible to stream at 160. Yeah, what is 160? It's a bit of turn stream at 960p or 1860 as well. You have to manually set those. I normally do 720. I lost my P in the war. What? War took my P away. War. War never changes. No, so slightly related to what we were talking about earlier. Crunchyroll is trying to make a game based upon some anime. They're doing a translation. Nobody has faith in them. Quite frankly, neither do I. I don't even think I would ever do the game, wherever it was. I just don't think I have faith in Crunchyroll doing the translation correct. 1. 2, they're trying to do a live action Monster Hunter, and I've heard reports of maybe a live action Metal Gear Solid. And not maybe, but yes. And the person, when they're doing Metal Gear Solid, that they're having to do Snake, is the actor who did Poe Dameron from Star Wars. And that I don't like. He's a good actor. I'm not saying he's not a good actor. I need my Snake to sound like he does nothing but huff thousands of cigarettes a day. And that dude's voice is not it. I don't think that dude has David Hayter's voice. Like, it's not gravelly enough. Crunchyroll doesn't even stream good. Why the hell are they trying to branch out? Oh no, live action is for the most part a terrible idea. That's what I'm saying. So for the live action Monster Hunter, It's being done by the people who did Resident Evil. And if you've seen any of the trailers, it already looks like trash, hot garbage. The CGI looked decent to maybe good. Not evaluating that as of now, but the pictures they have of the people are them in like army clothing. Why are they in army clothing? They're not supposed to be like camo army clothing. So it's like, great, I've already lost all faith in this. A live action Metal Gear Solid though, I don't think would be that bad. I really don't. We've seen lots of live action movies do mechs and robots. Someone's taken by a fey mood, so that shouldn't be an issue. I know bedrooms 21, 5 units without bedrooms, that's on them. So that shouldn't be an issue, the mechs. And the game is already essentially done up kind of to be live action due to it being Hideo Kojima. So I can see that working. I just don't see that actor sounding or doing Solid Snake. I don't. I'm gonna tell you the truth though, I don't know who I would see as doing that. Even if it were to be the voice actor, David Hayter, he would have the voice, but I don't think, like, he doesn't look like it. So basically you would have to have David Hayter, in my opinion, voice dub over someone who looked more like Solid Snake. That would have to work. Give me a sec. I'll show you what I mean. It did not look appropriate for Monster Hunter. It looked like they were modern day people as opposed to fantasy hunter people. If that makes sense. Live action Monster Hunter pick. Of course, the pictures I find all look more appropriate. Ah, here's one. I just want the image. There we go. Save image as. Nope. Let me grab my computer here. Not that one. Add display capture. You're going to end up with the mosaic nonsense going on. But yeah. Monster Hunter. Now they have had other picks now apparently where they look more like Monster Hunters, but they also have this. So what are they doing to the story where you have this? This is not Monster Hunter. I hope whatever that pick is like an out of season April Fool's joke, because nothing in Monster, as far as I'm aware, nothing in Monster Hunter is that appropriate. So yes, somebody please stop them. It's so gonna suck. Yes, thank you Sandhills Bell for supporting us and the community. For a reason there, my mind went to Monster Rancher. They trying to make Monster Hunter but in a modern day setting? Not as though it's confusing it for anything, just a dirty airy mind. What the fuck? They should just have what's her face in less clothing. Oh, are they trying to transport the soldiers in the Monster Hunter world? 69% would make it a better show. I mean, maybe that's what they're doing, but again, why? There is already a plot. Monster Hunter does not need a crazy plot. You're in another realm. There are people. There's a new hunter, and they're going out into fucking unexplored land to hunt monsters. It's only going to be like a 2-hour movie. You know for a fucking fact they're gonna have a Rathalos in there. Their fucking cinematic, the preview has already showed a Diablos. How many hunts are they going to do? Either they have a bunch of hunts and none of them are interesting, or they have interesting hunts and there's not few of them. So you already have a Diablos being shown. Either they're gonna hunt it or not, who cares? Rathalos is the face of Monster Hunter. You're just, at this point, you're just fighting dragons. Like, you don't need a story. Nobody gives fuck one about a story in Monster Hunter. Just show them hunting. That's Monster Hunter. I don't know anyone in Monster Hunter World who went, oh, thank the Lord, the freaking handler's talking again. Nobody said that. Nobody cares what the actual plot is. Just tell me where the next monster is and why I'm fighting it. Not why I'm fighting, but how to fight it. Should have been what I said there. Not specifically why I'm fighting it. So why is there people in camo? Why is it maybe possibly modern day? Why do they have machine guns? No, I want to see some dude with a dual-sided blade somehow flying through the air. Fuck physics, just flying through the air. I want some dude with a hammer that is heavier than Titan's ball sack dropping on a head and crunching a skull. That is what I want. I don't need Mia Jovovich or whatever her damn name is. I was in the army. I'm for some reason sounding like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let us go kill Diablo. Nya. Boo, 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 boo. Nya. Get to the chopper. Like, no. That's not the purpose of the game. Why is this in the movies? How does this man keep getting video game movies? Stop it. I'm not saying anything as to her looks. I am not. However, she routinely, or I say routinely, as far as I'm aware, it's only been a couple of movies. She seems to be in video game or other tie-ins where her character doesn't follow kind of what her character is supposed to be, if that makes sense. You know how people get typeset for a role and then that's like all they do? Her typeset is movies that piss fans off. That is her typeset. If you're gonna make a movie to piss off the fans, you're gonna put her in it. Insect Glaive. How's the Mood Dwarf doing? Oh, that's right. There was another Mood Dwarf. We'll have to see that in a sec. I completely forgot. We're gonna get some gems in case he needs gems. Get some glass because I really want to trade with the humans. Buh. What do we got going on? Water skins and flasks are good for the military dwarves, and we're gonna up those numbers later, I guess. Do they have animals we care about? The answer is no. They have a tiny worm in a cage. They have a tiny worm in a cage. Do they know they're insane? I don't know if they know they're insane, but they're definitely insane. Oh yeah, I want whips. I'll go with iron. I would have preferred platinum, but whatever. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. What do you have for platinum? 1 bar. All right. What do you have for silver? I don't want your silver bolts. Everything here doesn't appear to be bludgeoning, but appears to be slicing. So I don't want any of them. Lastly, I will trade for bolt. I guess we'll do that. You're getting a massive profit. I'm not giving you all these. Namely, I'm taking those back. I don't know why they're still there. I will give you the damaged clothing because I'm really just trying to get rid of those. The trade goods I'm keeping. You can take the arrows. Again, let them take the clothing. I don't even care how much profit they end up making. I just need the damaged clothing out of here. I don't want to see it anymore. We have a lot of damaged clothing. Apparently I was trading them a Peregrine Falcon and an Eagle. I didn't even know we still had these. You can take the cages though. Nah, fuck it, I'll keep the cages. And the toy. Where does that bring you down to? I don't care. Ta-da. We're good. Get to the chopper. And yes, the Mood Dwarf. Where is he? He claimed something, didn't he? What have you done? Stone, leather. He ends up on 2 leather again. Oh, has he started? Yeah, he began a mysterious construction. We're good. Huzzah! We solved it. Bolt with butterfly wings. Why? You know dwarf people. Huh? I dwarfed people. What do you mean? Hey, RNG. When are we doing a suck for? What do you mean, why you know dwarf people? Who did I not dwarf? Oh, Wade Master Game exists. Alapega, you haven't been here in a while. Wade Master Game exists. So I've done quite a few changes to the dwarfing script. What it is I didn't want my shy viewers scared to type it in. So if you type it in and I'm doing Dwarf Fortress and you don't have a dwarf, you get a dwarf. If you do have a dwarf, it whispers back to you, not in public chat. It whispers back to you, your dwarf is still alive. If I'm doing a non-Dwarf Fortress game and your dwarf is alive, it whispers to you, your dwarf is alive. Don't worry, you'll be able to see them when I next do Dwarf Fortress. If you type in dwarf and I'm not doing Dwarf Fortress and you don't have a dwarf, it says your dwarf must have died. You can get a new dwarf when I play Dwarf Fortress again. And there is a 5th thing where everyone would get dwarf at the beginning of a new base, where if all of the calculated available dwarves are not available, it says, I cannot give you a dwarf at this time as there is no dwarves available. Please come back next time, yada yada, to get dwarfed. Most all of it is done in whispers because I didn't want people essentially feeling nervous about flooding the chat with it. So if someone types in something and you don't see it in chat, it probably means they're alive. Erdim Sterus Tosid, the Sutter, has created Cathiladom, a bowsight ring. He offers it to the Torrid Ores. Cathiladom, wet cloistered, a bowsight ring worth 69,600 dwarf bucks. That almost double sex number. Oh yeah. This is a bowsight ring. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with round bowsight cabicons decorated with dog leather, pomegranate wood, dog bone, and horse leather. It is also encircled with bands of steel. Bands of steel. The object is adorned with hanging rings of bowsight and menaces with spikes of green zircon and dog leather. Which reminds me, down below, how are we doing in our steel production? We have more limonite to smelt, so I shall. It is a fort full of BDMSers. Hey, RNG. Oh, they began destruction. Don't worry, we'll fix that next time. Wait, so cutting items are not good for combat, or you just prefer bashing things? No, cutting items are good, but it was the humans, so they don't have steel. I'm making steel myself, so I saw no reason to trade for a lesser material. However, what I'm not dealing with right now is platinum and silver. So if I was going to trade for something from the humans, and platinum and silver being metals they tend to specialize in, I was going to get a bashing weapon off of the metals they trade in. I saw no reason to trade for their slashing, as any and all of their slashing weapons are going to be inferior to anything I could make, as I have access to steel and adamantine. They each have their own advantages and disadvantages throughout. People like me that don't accept the Mountain Home Whisperers or anybody's for that matter, well then, it's kind of awkward. There is that. I haven't really had an issue with it before though. Heavy bashy stuff is good against flexible armored shit like goblins and leather. Slash can chop off limbs. Whip, skin pop nuggins. You look exactly like Braveheart's crazy bodyguard. It is a compliment. Okay. He's about to get shot in the butt. He was an adventurer like you till someone named Braveheart and took an arrow to the ass. What? What are y'all talking about? Is this a streamer or are you talking about like the Braveheart movie? I feel like I'm missing something here. But by the way, for the steel thing, I do need to start making steel gear. I haven't checked that in forever. How are our bars doing? We have 20 bars of horse soap, 13 bars of dog soap. So at least we have soap. 42 bars of steel and 107 bars of pig iron. Oh, that's right. We needed the fuel. we were having issues because I ran out of Coke. Always with the Coke. Put that on repeat so we can try to make more steel until it says I run out of Coke again. The movie. I haven't seen that in over a decade. I want a sweet, says Dragoman. Dragoman, if you want a sweet, ye shall have a sweet. Just make sure. A bunch of people got sweets last time, and I wasn't entirely sure if they were all going to remember they got it, because the sweets were in different areas. Yeah, all right, you don't have a sweet. Dragoman. Dragoman, now you have a sweet, easy, and able to be accomplished. Now your dwarf has a nice room that he gets to be all happy in. No more Coke, try Pepsi. No, sorry, it's Coke or nothing. Here we go. Oh, I got the mouse on the wrong computer screen. Come back to me. There we go. Will you be making tombs as well? I believe I have that enabled. I was set up to start trying to do tombs. Yes, I just haven't made any. So I need to start digging those out. I have a significant other who's stealing my furnishings. No more Coke, try ketamine. What? No Coke coffee. All right. We're in the lower left corner. Now, how do we access this? This is access from outside. This is for a tomb. Tombs are not supposed to be the greatest thing, so they are supposed to look kind of nice. I forgot what my design for this was last time. Was it this? Was that how I gotten it to get together? Because you'd have the tomb and two statues. So does it even need to be as big as this? How big these used to be? I forget how I came up with a diagonal design for them last time, and I don't remember what that design was. Was it like that? Because that could work, kind of. Like, I could do that. These could each be a tomb. But I just connect them like so. And that way they don't touch each other. Which means off of that, I would go there. And then I'll repeat one more over here. That makes sense to me. Definitely not an insane way to do this. Screw it. I want a statue of Mel Gibson throwing a sword in the prairie. You know I can't do that, right? How am I going to have a statue of Mel Gibson in Dwarf Fortress? You explain to me how I'm going to get a statue of Mel Gibson in Dwarf Fortress. I will get you a statue of Mel Gibson in Dwarf Fortress. New image. There's no historical creature called Mel, first of all. There's none. Wish I could go down multiple pages. I cannot. You have Asmel. Camilla. Getting close to the M's. Kadol, Kel. We have Mel's. These are your Mel's. None of them have the last name Gibson. How am I supposed to have a statue of Mel Gibson? I think he did a 2 wide, 3 long, 2 long, and rotated it. I had to look away as you printer dug it. 2 wide, 3 long, and 2 long. I don't know what that means. And rotated it. Festive drawing snowflakes. There you go. Snowflake tombs for everyone. I can do a dwarf throwing a sword, I think. I don't know about a prairie. Creature. Maybe I can do man or human.
Hi there.
Human, male, 1. Object, hello. Sword. I think it's a long sword. Action. I don't think I have throwing. Striking down, surrounded. Yeah, I don't even have throwing. People don't throw things. That's impossible. Nobody ever has an item leave their hand with force. That just doesn't make sense. Praying, prostrating, raising, refusing, cringing is shooting. And that's more like is physically shooting. I could say striking a triumphant pose. I'll say that. The human is striking a triumphant pose. How about that? Need to name a dwarf Mel Gibson. No. Then you have Mel Gibson. Try Mel Gibson. It's close. Gibbon. It's close enough. Hey, Silk Road 1. Kangaroo Man. Good times. All right. Image of a human in a longsword. And you said in a prairie? That's not going to happen. You can't do an area. We've been over this. Like we couldn't find brook. There's no such thing as an area. That doesn't exist. Closest I could have is object, and it's not going to have prairie. Yeah, we have prepared meals. So I can do an image of a human in a longsword. The human is striking a triumphant pose. I can do that. This is your Mel Gibson, you crazy man. Also, you asked earlier if the thing was down by the smiths. There's a statue here by the smelters of a hare. It's an image of a hare man in the cavey. The hare man is raising the cavey. The cavey is screaming. So for that question way earlier, yes, we do have the statue of a rabbit man holding up a guinea pig, and it is screaming. Prairie is where you place it. No, it's not. I don't have a prairie. That's almost like saying home is where you make it. What are you talking about? The prairie is where I place it. I'm not in a prairie. I'm on Brooks. If you had gone with Mel Brooks, I could go with that maybe. Build construction wall. Diorite. It's a good thing I don't keep forgetting about this wall. I always come up with stupidly big projects. Like, none of my projects are ever simple and small. Oh yeah, that's right. And then this thing I was fixing. We'll remove those two. See if that makes the water flow better. How you doing, Silk Road? Now you want 2 new statues. Oh no, in your tomb. I see. You're an insane man. I want you to know this. You are an insane man. There is the definition of what sane people are, and then there is whatever you are. You are insane. And in the way that implies not sane. Not like some weird definition of inflammable, which means it can't catch fire, and also it means it can catch fire. Thank you, languages. Nope. TJ, I'll do them, but they're not getting done for another 16 minutes. I do them during the breaks where we save the game to prevent crashes. If I just do them willy-nilly, it breaks up the flow too much to do push-ups. The flow already gets broken up when I end a recording and when I save. So I end a recording, save, and do the push-ups in one go so that we break up the action a lot less. I figured. We're talking about space, so I can't think of a good statue to encompass men in tights. Well, you just give us an idea. Mel Brooks shooting an arrow while dancing. Well, no, it would be a man or a Mel shooting an arrow in a brook. There is no Mel Brooks in this game. I want 6 pyramids filled with 100. What the hell are you talking about? I want 6 pyramids filled with hundreds of statues dedicated to Gilbert Godfrey. Hey, we don't do that around here. No, we're not gonna do 6 gigantic pyramids filled with hundreds of statues dedicated to Gilbert Godfrey. The worst part of that would be, even like if I did it, 1, then 2, somehow it ended up in the news, and in 3, there's just Gilbert Godfrey going, who? Where are the statues? Why are there statues? Where are these pyramids? Even assuming everything went perfect for that and there was a positive event from it, it would still be nonsense and gibberish. It is not a simple request. He didn't say how big the pyramid had to be. It has to be big enough to encompass hundreds of statues. So big. Even if you take hundreds to assume the low end of 200, divided by 6 is still like over 40, right? No, I got me doing the math on this. 6 times 4, 6 times 3. So what, 35 in each of them? 35 statues in each in a pyramid. Assuming you can't have it at the top, you'd have it below 9. So 8 plus 8 again, 16 plus 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 32. So yeah, you could get it filled in 6 statues that are only 3 sea levels high with a base of like a 5x5. So floor space, I grant you, not all that much. But that's still insane. Then you would achieve internet fame forever. No, I don't think I would. Then you make a video, boomers discovering an ASCII game and being mind blown. Lego men. Then you achieve internet fame forever. No. 33.3. I was close. I rounded. All right, now I want to see what happens when we hit 7s. This is where we're going to have an issue. I don't think the water can pour too much. Even if it updates it, yes, it can. Shit. There's just no way to contain that pressure. Unlimited pressures. And I still have no easy way to force dwarves to walk through it either. Unless, what if I do an order? Where's the traffic order? B. I thought it was O. I always get the traffic order wrong. D. O. Do high traffic area. There you go. High traffic area through the middle. Maybe this will coach dwarves to walk more through the water in the middle. It looks like it is. So we just need to cycle pump this on and off semi-regularly. I'm not even sure how I would do that. I am sure I don't like the idea though. What I would do is I would have a pressure plate up here to respond to 7 deep water or 6 deep water. 7 would be more guaranteed. And then what would happen is it would hit 7. That would click off the gear and then it would reset when it was below 3. Am I able to do that? I think so. All right, now I need to make the 2 statues for the tomb request. I believe it was already being dug out, so I'm not paying attention to that right now. Statue. And your statue in your tomb is 2 statues of a hairman and cavies. The hairman is raising the cavies are screaming. Pause. We've done this statue before, so I can just copy off the previous. This statue was called... What was the statue called? Rendition of the Fountain of Whips. So I go up here to the mason and say, please, good sir, I want you to make the foundation of whips. Existing image. Doesn't exist. There it is, the Fountain of Whips. There you go. Escape done. The next one, specify image, existing image, the Fountain of Whips. There you go. There are your two statues. God, you guys started making tons of requests. I look away for like a second. A second. Pressure plates don't exist. This is not Minecraft. Wait, are you being serious? They won't gain swimming through the brook because it doesn't have a number above 2, right? The water coming down at the end was dropping as 7s. So yes, that was the issue. It starts overflowing. It doesn't drain fast enough when full 7 blocks are coming down. So there is a period where they could get water. Pressure plates don't exist. Liquid Logics, Alapega, it's in the wiki. I wanted more than 1 kV though. What year is it? Statue's only 1 kV. Oh my God. That, no. You are, cancel. KVs. Statue, detail, specify image, new image, a hairman. You're insane. I don't know what it is with you and these hairmans. Of a hairman. I'm assuming just hairman. A hairman holding aloft KV. Unnumbered plural, because you said KVs. Action or element. How did we do this last time? It wasn't holding, right? Crap, now I gotta figure out how I did this. Is raising. The hairman is raising the KVs. The KVs are screaming. Image of a hairman and KVs. The hairman is raising the KVs are screaming. Your request was 2 statues of hairman and KVs. The hairman is raising the KVs are screaming. The hairman is raising the KVs are screaming. This is called the strength of work. I'm gonna let that one get built, because then afterwards, the second one is just gonna be based upon the first one. That'll get done. He likes his men like I keep the inside of my nose hairy. God, you're an awful person. Happy 500 to me. I missed the 420. Oh no. It was only 80 hours ago, so that was what, 10 streams? It was only 2.5 months ago. You only missed it by 2.5 months. You were so close. I see Harold Beaver's statues of tables with a statue of a chair placed next to the statue of a table. But where? But where? And also, Tachula, you didn't say where the Mel Gibson statue's going. Why do you guys order these statues and then never bother to tell me any details? You just like describing insane statues. No one ever comes up with where it's supposed to be. You just like having these statues in my storage, I guess. Speaking of which, how is the tomb going? The 2 KVs one, that makes sense. They're going in the tomb. Fine. But there are a couple of other statue requests now, and no one mentioned where they're supposed to be. Bush statue next to a bush. Did you do a bush statue? I don't even see that in the requisition yet. I only see further up the list right now. There's a scroll bar I now notice. It says 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 1 requisition I can't see. I did not. It doesn't matter where the room is, lol. I was running out of places for statues. Did you requisition one? In the pasture. Mel Gibson in the pasture. Okay. Okay. Build statue of possibly Mel Gibson. Building a... Sometimes I wonder, I genuinely half wonder, like I wake up in a fake cold sweat wondering what the hell goes through your guys' heads. The strength of work. There we go. I can now do another one of those. Doesn't matter where the room is in the pasture. I don't stream a Coca-Cola 5, but I didn't manage to understand anything he was saying. I was just helping encouraging that I was saying. Request rooms I can fill with an altar and statues, lol. Yeah, you just mumble while playing Rocket League in Australian. What? I want to make a KV Shrine 2.0. Did you, what? Oh, you're talking about your tomb. Also, that reminds me, I need to make the coffin. Now, while that's working, hold on. How goes the walls? Otherwise, I'm never going to get these done. But yes, as Alapega pointed out, and Coca-Cola 5 is a streamer. Apparently, he doesn't stream too often, but he is so very, very close to affiliate. So for any of you who watch me on the reg, do me a favor, head on over to his channel, give him a follow. He's at like 46, I think, and we just need 4 more to get him up to affiliate. We're gonna get our boy Blue up a little bit so he can get some recognition while he passes his erstwhile hours away doing Rocket League. Request a separate room using the furniture request. What? What are you talking about? Is there another one down below? Furniture requisition form just says no. So I don't know what that is. And you said furniture requisition form, a room that I will slowly convert to a shrine via furniture and statue requests. That's gonna have to be waited on. I'm still trying to get the base built, dude. Remember, this right here, I'm not just building a wall for defense. This is to build the hill that the actual building is on. Like, the room that you're talking about is so far ahead in the future, I can't plan for it. I refunded that one. I had like, you're trying to buy a room in a hotel and the room's not even purchased yet. We don't have it. Thank you, Alapega. Coca-Cola 5. He is a how is he putting it? A hobbyist streamer. He streams occasionally as a hobby, but he is so very close to being able to make affiliate by the metric of followers that I feel like we should all immediately go over right now and follow him. Everyone, do it. Do it. I gotta get like a little picture of Rorschach before he gets murdered. Do it! Just do it! Just losing his absolute mind. Yeah, well, so some rooms are gonna be in the hill. That's mostly storage though. On top of this hill is supposed to be a castle because of the bot and melee system. I said it backwards again. I swear I say it backwards more often than I say it correctly. Not that one, that can go away now. The Mott and Bailey system. I need to build a hill to put the castle on so it can overlook the Bailey. If I don't have a hill, it's not good. It's not good. But actually, that is a slight good point. What are you doing? What are you doing with voice meter? Yeah, no. What we're doing is we're slowly. No, that wall is the hill. As you can see, we've been going up in Z levels, going in by 1. So this was ground floor. We went in by 1. Technically, this is 1, 2. This is 3. I want to do 2 more and then go in about a 5 radius or so and build the quote unquote castle there to overlook the Bailey. The Bailey's been completed. Luckily, the Bailey was a simple design that I didn't have to worry about too much. This is kind of derpy, but what if I build a wall here? It'll mitigate a bit of the water going out to the sides. I can't prevent it going forward or back, but as people are doing this path anyways, I can contain them in the water. I'm not even worried too much about getting to do swimming, by the way, for the comment earlier. I'm doing this to wash the dwarves. They're dirty. I gotta get the blood off them. Yeah, so some things with the voice meter can be crazy. They're not completely necessary, though. We're still making steel bars, so that's something. Weapons and ammo. Steel. I'm gonna do 2 battle axes, 2 picks, and 2 spears. What is my end goal with voice meter? To be able to have someone else's stream up and watch while streaming because I'm dumb. I'm in America and no, not really. Wait, what? So you're in Aussie summer and you have a fan on and you have a background noise issue? Why do you keep thinking he's in Australia? I don't even know what the schedule would be for that. Do I have any viewers from Australia? Oh yeah, fuck, the hour timer thing. Oh, I only was over by 2 minutes. We're good. All right, so for those of you catching when I upload this to the YouTube archive channel, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.